Things that are not disrespectful, but it feels like they are. Part 2. First thing that feels disrespectful, even though it isn't, is whenever I tell somebody that I'm tired and they're like, yeah, you do look tired. What do you mean by that? And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna look tired if I'm tired, but for some reason, I still feel offended. And I know it wasn't the intent, but you low-key just called me chopped, so what's tea? Like, I was gonna say that I'm tired, but why are you saying that I'm tired? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Another moment that feels disrespectful, even though it technically isn't, is whenever Sephora employees are breathing down my neck. I get it, it's their job, security has to be strict, especially in Sephora because that's what they're trained to do. I get it, I do, but I just walked in the door. Why am I already being followed? And for me, I love window shopping too, so don't look at me weird when I don't leave with anything. I'm just going home to compare prices. You don't have to watch me walk back to the car. I'm just gonna pretend like this isn't empty. Next thing that feels disrespectful, even though it isn't, is whenever I turn my phone brightness up and then Apple immediately turns it back down. Like, is there a problem? Why are you fighting me on this? I cannot see my phone screen. It genuinely feels like a fight. I need to learn how to turn that off because that really gets me mad. Next thing that feels disrespectful, even though it technically isn't, is whenever I get a quiz or exam back and the grader wrote question marks next to my answer. Oh, so I'm an idiot. Okay. You can just put a cute little X if the question is wrong. You do not have to do too much. Like, maybe it was wrong, sure, but what is there to question because I said what I said and I wrote what I wrote? You don't even tell me what's wrong. You just give a little question mark and call it a day. I feel disrespected. I do. Fifth thing that feels disrespectful, even though it isn't, is whenever my MacBook overheats in class and the fans turn on and it's making all that noise in a silent classroom. Loud as hell for literally no reason. All that ruckus and all I did was open Safari. Like, come on now. Wrap up the theatrics. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces.
Get ready with me, story time. I stretch my eyes out to become Asian. Okay, so when I was 5 years old, I thought everyone in the world started out white, and then you can pick a race. And I would watch these pretty Asian girls, and their eyes look stretch out, and they were really pretty. I wanted to be them, so I, stretched my eyes out. And I would actually get mad when my eyes didn't stretch out right. And again, also, I thought I was white, because I pretty much thought everyone in the world started out white. And then, I asked what race I was one day to my mom, and she told me I was Asian. I was like, oh, but my eyes aren't. But I found out I'm Asian. Love you guys, bye.
Get ready for people to tell you about the drama at school. Trust me, I want to stay because it's a lot. But I'm going to try to keep it simple. Okay, so basically there's this girl at my school who just keeps posting me on her story. And she keeps saying, like, why did y'all make him famous? How is he famous? Why did y'all make this man famous? And I'm just like, what'd I do? What'd I do? What is you talking about? Because I've never talked to this girl in my life. We didn't even go to the same middle school. Like, I've never, ever talked to her. I'm like, why do we have a problem? This is one-sided beef. And honestly, I'm so over having drama with anybody. So me and my friends try to go up to her like, what's going on? Like, why do you hate me? Tell me why when we tell her to turn around, she turned around and she was like, why are you talking to me? And I'm just like, what are you talking about? You're the one talking about me on social media. And honestly, I was so over it, so we just walked away. And then tell me why she texted me that same day. Let me just pull up the message. You need to stop talking about me or we're going to have a problem. Baby, there is no problem. You are the problem. And I hope you're watching this. But also that same day, she also posted something else. I just can't remember. It was something along the lines of like, I hate it when people come up to you trying to start problems. But what are you talking about? I'm actually so over it. Can we leave one-sided drama in 2024? Because I thought we did. Anyways, guys, I'm ready for school. I'll update you tomorrow if there's any updates. So bye, guys.
Embarrassing things I've experienced so you don't feel as bad. I was banned from having my hair down during exams. So because I was in ESL, I had unlimited time for exams. Just like the worst thing you could tell to an extreme procrastinator. So I was told this info mid-exam. And I kid you not, the moment they told me this, the grind stopped. I'm talking like night and day. But once the 4 hours was up, me and the other ESL kids who didn't finish their exams had to go to a different classroom. And as time went on, slowly but surely, I was the last person to take the exam. And y'all, while this was happening, my ESL teacher was crashing out because she could see I was not paying attention to the exam. You know, I kid you not, but I had like 3 questions left and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do 10 different hairstyles. Y'all, I was treating this exam like a salon. I'm talking braids, twists. I mean, I almost started doing locks on my hair. And with 30 minutes left in the school day, I went back to class. Y'all, when I went back to class, all the ESL students started flirting me. And then that same day, my mom got an email from my teacher being like, do not let this girl come to school with her hair down on exam days.
Get ready with me while I talk about how I got blocked by a super famous TikToker. Okay, so I feel like I need to give you a little bit of background for this. I started TikTok in 2019 when I was 14 years old. I basically started out doing POVs, which a lot of you guys may know me from. And if you go to my account, you'll see I have 1.2 million followers, all from my POVs. When I started POVs, they were not popular. Like, POVs did not become popular until 2020, and like I said, I started doing POVs in 2019. Basically, for those of you who don't know, my POVs were comedy skits. Basically, like, POV, you sit with the pick-me girl. POV, you sit next to the Hey Dylan girl. Like, if you guys know, you know. They were very specific, and nobody was really doing POVs at the time I started doing POVs. Like, a very few amount of people were doing them. So fast forward to 2020, more people were doing POVs. It became kind of a trend and kind of popular, whatever. And I started getting comments being like, hey, like, you're literally copying this girl's videos. And I was like, okay, whatever, like, that's weird. Like, I wasn't copying anyone's videos. Or I would get comments like, hey, this girl's content is, like, really similar to yours. And then people would tag her, but I couldn't click on the tag. And at the time, I was like, whatever, like, I don't know, like, I didn't really think much of it. Like, it was just a couple comments here and there. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. Until my friend, Alana, reached out to me and was like, hey, are you getting these comments too? Like, people are commenting on my videos saying I'm copying this girl and I can't click on her account, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, it was super weird. We were both, like, confused, but we didn't really, like, think much of it once again. Like, we were just like, whatever, like, it's just, like, people being trolls or something. But as time went on, people kept commenting that, and I just got to the point where I was like, okay, like, I need to check this girl's account out, like, it's getting out of hand. So I checked this girl's account out. I had to make a whole fake account because I couldn't click on her @ so I figured I must have been blocked or something. Like, I was like, who is this girl? Like, I don't know who she is. And I start looking through her videos. And I'm like, wow, her videos are doing really good, like, good for her, like, okay, now let's watch some of them. And I kid you not, you guys, her videos were exact replicas of my videos, like, word for word. Like, she would change a couple words, but the whole POV was my POV. And you may be thinking, like, Katie, like, why is that a big deal? Okay, well, first of all, she obviously knew it was a big deal because she had to block me in order to steal my content. So she knew what she was doing. And also, it was like, it's one thing to steal someone's content, but you gotta remember, I was making POVs, so I would make scripts, and those scripts would take me hours. Just to have another girl copy them and literally be getting millions of views. Like, guys, I'm not kidding, this girl had millions of views from my content. And Alana's content. It wasn't just my content she was stealing, it was Alana's content too. And who knows how many other girls. Or I guess creators, I should say. Alana ended up getting pretty mad about this and kind of called her out on her spam account. And then guess what happened? This creator blocked her spam account. So basically, this creator became super popular from completely stealing other people's content. And today, she has millions of followers, and I mean millions. I'm not even gonna tell you how many, because I don't want you guys to, like, know who I'm talking about. But she literally has millions, and at least 3 million of those followers are from stealing my POVs and Alana's POVs. Like I said, like, this is such a first world problem, and you may not understand why it's a big deal, but as a creator who makes original content and came up with scripts and spent hours on them, it was kind of just like, ugh, like someone's stealing my content, like, after I just worked so hard on it, and hers is doing better. Like, her content was doing better than my content, which was the original. Yeah, I'm not gonna call her out or anything, like, I'm not gonna say her name. She knows who she is. Not that she can see this video, because I'm still blocked to this day. But yeah, like, it's just, like, super unfair. Like, and I'm not gonna even sit here and lie, like, I might be, like, guilty of stealing someone's content before, but I would never steal somebody's entire script that they probably worked so hard on. Not even that. Every time I've ever taken content from somebody else, I've tagged them and given them credit for the idea. None of that. She blocked me from the get-go. The second she started making videos just like mine, she had me blocked. Never even knew about her. This went on for, I would say, a whole year. And that's a big part of the reason I quit making POVs for a good 2 years, was because it was so annoying to have my content stolen from me and being done so much better by somebody else. I guess you could say I'm jealous, but at the same time, it's not really jealousy if it's literally, it's my content and it's doing better on her account. Like, it's just a different person saying what I wrote, the script I made, the bit I made. Whatever, done with my rant for today, done with my makeup, but yeah.